Good morning, everybody. Happy brunch. Happy Sunday. Happy more legit kit sewing day. Ooh, let's see. We have, Kathy from Illinois. Hello. Good morning. Hey, Pat. Hey, Russ. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Hi, Ingrid. Happy Sunday. Has it been a busy week and a fast week for you guys too? I feel like the weekends just fly by. It's probably never not been like that for me. I feel like that's always been the case. Hey, Catherine from New Hampshire. I need to start like a little pin board and start putting a pin in where everybody is from. I think that's fascinating. Can everybody hear me all right? Hi, Charlotte. My little soundboard says it's going up, but I just want to make sure. Sheila. Hello. Hello, Sheila. Hello. So, I know last week I talked about getting a gift from my retreat friends Marla and Tammy. Well, this week I got another gift from Sheila, who is also a retreat friend, and now I have the second panel. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna be able to do the file cube, the file folder with the exact colors, so I will know exactly what colors they are, and then I could do the little magnets that I wanted to do, so I can play with color theory since I suck at that. Sheila, you're such a rock star. Thank you so much. I got a package. It came from, I guess it's okay to say, it came from the Fat Quarter Shop, and I was like, I don't remember ordering anything. I was so confused. I was like, oh, did they send me a gift because I spent so much money? That's not going to happen, but it was a good thought. And I opened it up and I was like, oh, it's a pan. Did I order a panel in the middle of the night and not remember? I've been known to do that. But no, it was from Sheila, from my Millersburg friends. Oh my gosh. That is so awesome. It made me, the bitter old woman that I am, it made me tear up, and so much thanks. So I am so thankful and so excited to be able to do a couple of the little ideas I had spinning around in my head for these like perfect color match. And there are 365 colors on that panel. Amazing. So I will definitely be able to play with, other FPP projects that I would want to use. Maybe the rest of like the little bits and pieces that I have. I'll be able to play with the color and everything. Oh, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me, Sheila. Really, it was very thoughtful of you. I really, really appreciate that. Wowzers. Yeah. Made me feel like, I don't know if everybody's watched the movie Wayne's World, but I was like, I'm not worthy. Yes, Patty, yeah. Oh, yes, back to Millersburg. We had a really, if everybody hasn't seen it, after the live, I will put in the description the link to it, but we had such a great conversation last night over on Quilting with Stephanie Stitches YouTube channel. Such an amazing conversation about retreats, virtual retreats, in your face, face-to-face retreats, the different styles of face-to-face retreats. It was a great conversation. I had a really good time. I thought, I was like, oh, maybe we'll sew a little bit, chat a little bit, but no, it was such a captivating conversation. I didn't even, I finished trimming some of the blocks I had done earlier. Steven of Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter had a pop-up sew day, and I had been working on some pieces, and I finished trimming them, but then I couldn't do anything else because it was such a fun conversation. So Did you like it, Catherine? Good. That's awesome. Hey, Tammy. It was a lot. It was really a lot of fun. It was a great conversation with folks in the YouTube feed. Good questions, good comments, suggestions. Because we did talk about, what would your advice be for somebody who's never been before, or someone who's gone to like a virtual one but never been to a face-to-face one, to understand what the differences are. It was a lot of fun. It was such a good conversation. Um, yeah. So it was a good weekend. Not done yet. After we chat and sew together, I'll be working on. I'm so close to being done with Mini Skulliver. I'm very excited. Um, Yesterday during the all day sew day, I got this piece done. This is that right? Yeah. So um, this is nose. No, this is eye socket and no, this is this is nose and this is eye socket. Sorry, I'm looking at on the other side. And then this is like the start of the over here, the mouth. So that's what I got done yesterday in the pop-up sew day, which was amazing. But after I get to sew today, I'm going to do another block, and so I'll be able to finish. I have this block ready to go on the bottom here. I think it's on this side. There's just no good way to hold all this stuff up. So I'm going to finish the block that'll go here, and this quad will be done. And I'm hoping to do that today. I think I should be able to do that today while we talk. After that, when we wrap up at 1, Lauren and I are not doing dim sum again. We're going to get sushi. So it's going to be another great weekend. Pop-up sew day was from 8 until 4:30-ish, because both Steven and I and Russ from Quilt Meets World, you see him in the chat, and I'm pointing here because you guys are right here. The chat is right here. Russ was there too. Bev C, that Stephanie had met in Las Vegas, was in that conversation. So we all had to jump off of Steven's pop-up sew day. And Philippa from Australia, who was actually at a retreat when we were talking about retreats, and it was a retreat that she puts together. So that was very cool. Super interesting perspective, because we got to walk around the retreat center and you got to see what a retreat setup is generally like when you go to a in-person one. There were 22 folks there. So yeah, it was a good day. And so today's going to be a fun day too. I'll work some more on Mini Skulliver, and then go get some good sushi and work some more on Mini Skulliver, because next Sunday is another all day sew for me here again live. Another 8 days. Well, 8 hour live sew where I'll be working on BJ the Blue Jay. And part of what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the color spectrum from BJ the Blue Jay, and then I'm going to pull out some blues and maybe black or gray. We'll see. Again, I'm not the best at color theory, so I'm hoping maybe color matching. I want to take some of Blue Jay's feather, wing feather and tail feather fabrics and switch them out for these shiny ones to make BJ the Blue Jay like even more special. So that is going to be a part of next Sunday's all day sew. We'll be working on BJ the Blue Jay and figuring out where I'm going to substitute some of this Kona sheen to make his feathers really really pop. We'll see. We'll see how I do. I hope with your all's input and help, I'll be able to make it look pretty good. And then of course, as I'm putting it together, if I think a piece looks weird, I'll just substitute it with the regular solid. It'll kind of be a free flow, but I think it'll be fun. Actually got the idea for the Kona sheen from Sean, from the guy who sews. He substituted some of the solids he was working on There's So Place Like Home, which is an Art East Studios sew along for Wizard of Oz, and he was substituting some of that sparkly sheen Kona for some of the pieces in there, like Dorothy's ruby slippers, so beautiful. Glinda's pink dress is all shiny and stuff. So that's where I got the idea from, and I'm excited to do that on this one. Yeah, I think it'll be fun to make him sparkle. Oh, good, Pat. Yay! We'll be able to spend the day sewing. Hi, Patrice. Happy brunch. Patrice is the OG from the Walnut Port Retreat, which is in Pennsylvania, and that's coming up in September. Patrice was the CS number one from kind of our group. We all sat in a group, and we just gelled. You have ample opportunity to make as many friends as you want to make, or just if you're. My first retreat, I was very timid. I was not at all sure of how good a sewist I was, or what I was doing, or anything. I was very nervous. And so I was able to just kind of keep it to the other two people that were in my space. So like the three of us, I didn't have to branch out too far because I was so nervous, and I was very nervous to meet Stephanie. But by the time I got to Pennsylvania and I felt a lot more comfortable, man, we all just vibed so much. That 5-person table, it was a lot of fun. Oh, Arnie is right over there. I have not had time to work on. I told everybody I got the new bobbin case for the microfilament. I just haven't had a chance to work on it because I've been working so much on getting Mini Skulliver done. I didn't take any time to work on setting the tension to get that correct on Arnie, so that I don't have to switch back and forth between machines, and this can go back up in my room and be my work conference call sewing station back to where it was, and bring Arnie back on over. The fun thing is, though, switching out, I don't have to switch out the power cord, and I don't have to switch out the foot pedal, because they're both Jukies. I mean, it might fit other machines, I just have Jukies. So for me, because they're both Jukies, it's a quick and easy swap. So that's been good. I haven't had to like unplug and replug in and all that kind of stuff. Just boom, switch. Super easy. Oh. Good morning, Tracy. Happy to have you here today. Oh, Pat, you will find your people. I promise you. I promise you. It is amazing. You just have to go in, and I think all of us, everybody last night talked about it. You have to go in with the expectation of you probably won't really finish anything. You just end up having such a good time and talking that there's just so much fun. You will probably get a project. Well, it depends on the setup again too. So there's so many different setups. If you're bringing a work in progress, depends on how far along you are. There will be a lot of distractions though. So many different personalities. I would find it shocking if you didn't find someone that you gelled with. Even if you walk out of there with like one really good connection, it is so worth it, because there are just so many different personalities that you're not going to gel with every single person in the same way. Like, that's not to say that I don't know. This is going to sound weird. Like, I didn't not enjoy everybody that I met at Walnut Port and have a great time, and absolutely look forward to going back again in a couple of weeks and seeing everybody and welcoming in the new folks. But you can find your tribe, and I definitely found that in 4 other women there in Pennsylvania, where we talk to each other all day long. We're texting all day long. And then Millersburg, we're on Facebook chat messaging each other all the time. Everybody saying happy birthday. Yesterday was Sherry's birthday. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I really shortchanged myself being so scared and so shy. That's where I was at that time, and everybody allowed me to do that, so there's that too. Everybody was amazing and gave me my space to be freaked out and scared. So they will do that too for you if you need that. Folks, just it's amazing, but I would really want to encourage you not to shut yourself off from it, because you will be pleasantly surprised what will happen if you just kind of go for it and open yourself up to the possibilities. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Tamala. Good morning. Oh, Ingrid, ironed your cutting mat. I've done that. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to switch cameras. Let's see which one is going to be the most, no, not that one. Either this one or this one. Let's see. We'll start off with this one. I think this will give me more space to, sorry for the switching back and forth. I should have warned you. Sorry about that. I think this one will give me the most space to work on. So this is D2 block that I'm working on. All of these pieces, so that I can finish the quadrant, the C1, C2, D1, D2 quadrant. So I already have D1 done. This is D2 that I'm going to be working on now. All these little pieces go into this one block. How many we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So there are 12 units that go into the block D2. And I will hope to get that finished today, and then we'll be able to put the quad together. That'll be fun. If I can stay focused and not chitty chat too much. It's a fine line between getting to talk to everybody and be a part of the conversation, and actually getting done what I'm supposed to be getting done. Fine line. And you will notice, and you'll have to forgive me, but it is what it is. The fabrics will have cat glitter on it. There will be cat fur, cat DNA upon all of the fabric. They have been on the table. They've been laying on all the blocks. That's how my life is. What are you going to do? All right. Is everyone out there working on a project of theirs, or are you just hanging out? Or, you know, when I say project, it doesn't have to be a quilting project. It could be any other kind of craft, or if you have to do, you know, dishes or anything like that, that could be your project for the day. Russ, get out of my head. I had convinced myself that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I convinced myself that that was Electric Company, but it was actually Sesame Street, which just seems so weird to me because it doesn't seem like a Sesame Street vibe. It seemed like, I guess that's why in my head I had it, an Electric Company. Well, no, I'm not gonna I won't keep Minnie Skulliver staring at me, which would be funny though. The goal is I want to quilt him with glow-in-the-dark thread, especially in the eye sockets, the nose, the mouth, and then the black background, to kind of pull out that. So I think that glowing in the dark would be really cool. And then give it to Lauren and have it staring at Lauren in the middle of the night in glowing thread. Alright. Using my natural light back here in my backyard to line this guy up. And my feel test to make sure it's where it needs to be. I've got some selvage, so I want to make sure the selvage stays in the seam allowance too. That's a concern. I did love one of these things is not like the other. Oh, nice. That's a good way to start the day, Math Geek. Some coffee. Sheila's looking for some blocks of fruits and vegetables for a swap. That's fun. Let me turn my stitch length down. Ooh, cross-stitching Starry Night. That's beautiful. I did like one of these things and not like the other. Oops, there's a cat by my foot pedal, so I almost squished him. Ooh, yeah, the Ohio shop hop. That's so much fun. I love seeing you guys post about that. Oh, sorry, cat. Well, you have to move. Oh, I love... There's so many crafts to get involved in. I love the rigid heddle looms. When the kiddos were younger, we still have the there's a festival, a fiber arts festival in Berryville, Virginia. Just about an hour away from where we are, hour and a half maybe. We would go, and this was when I was heavy into knitting, so all things yarn was exciting. And we would go, and they would have folks teaching people how to do. So both of the kids have worked on like the big old foot pedal. I don't know what they're called. Big looms though. The treadle, I don't know. And then done, let's see, needle felting, and yeah, that was a good time. We had a lot of fun doing that as when they were kiddos, and it was nice to inexpensive way to keep them entertained, because I didn't necessarily have to buy. I was there for specific things. Had a friend that owned a shop and would go and buy fabric from her there. But it was a nice, fun way to entertain the kiddos, and they would learn something new. Whether they will ever use that again or not, it was still fun and created memories. Oh, yeah. In a way, those Zoom retreats are, well, I think in a lot of ways, the Zoom retreats are even easier because you can just go on mute. It's not proper etiquette to stay on mute the whole time, but you can go on mute. You can turn your camera off, like if you need to go eat some food. Like yesterday, I turned my camera off while I ate lunch because nobody wants to see that. And then it's easier to, step away for a moment on a Zoom. If you need to, you use the restroom or using the restroom as an excuse to step away. I can get overwhelmed with all the people after a bit of time. And it kind of like short circuits my brain. So I think Zooms are really good for that, to be able to just step away for a moment. Alright, so there's that one done. Just a 2 fabric piece one. I'm going to save the trimming till the end though, so I'm going to put this off to the side and work on the next thing. My project today is mapping out the best routes. That's awesome. Good luck with convincing yourself. Yes, yes, it is much easier to put myself in timeout. I do. There is a reason that in the real world that I work with numbers and reports and writing process documents, because I don't people very well. I get overwhelmed really easily, and so uh, yeah, being able to step away from a Zoom is really nice. So, and then also, I'm a creature of habit, and being away from my bed and my house and, my food and all that kind of stuff, um, can get to me and make me cranky pants and no fun to be around. And I don't like that. I don't like that part about me, but I know that it's there, and being able to remove myself from that situation is always nice. And it's easier to do in Zoom than at some of the retreat centers. Some of the retreat centers, the bedroom is not your own bedroom. Millersburg that's your room. Nobody else is in the room with you. You can kind of like go and chill for a second. Yeah. But you just gotta accept who you are, and that's who I am, and that's how I regulate. I step away for a little bit. Good morning, Jackie. Hi, Del Marie. Hi, Linda, with message retracted. Oh, there we go. You're hanging out and sewing some mug rugs. Oh, fun. Ooh, you guys in Northern California, is that storm supposed to come? Is it swinging up so it'll hit Southern California and then go up? Or is it like kind of coming in and straight across? I haven't seen the projected path once it hits land. I didn't see that. Hey, Darlene. Oh, fun, Ingrid. So vector quilts that Ingrid is talking about, they have a lot of great FPP patterns, and they're like little kits too, put together for even just single blocks, or single projects like mug rugs, stuff like that. And they are a friend of Russ from Quilt Meets World. They are actually shutting down their online store. I don't know if they, Russ, they didn't have a storefront, but they're kind of shutting what they have available is what they have available, and once that's gone, that's gone. And so if that is something you would be interested in, do I have is it over here? I think it might be under. So here, let me do this. Switching. So like this, oh, way too much shine right there. There we go. This is the project, the big project that I got to work on from them. And it comes with this awesome, it's not paper for paper piecing. It is a kind of like a stabilizer paper. Do they explain it on here? They explain it on the website because I'm not going to be able to explain it correctly. It's not explained on the front of the package, but they do explain what this foundation that you're piecing to, what it is, why it is, and why it's a great foundation. So I got this pattern to do, which has Y seams, which I'm really excited about, and then I got this guy. Yeah, it's like Pellon. Yeah. I got the Storm at Sea. Again with the glare, sorry about that. Which I'm it's 24 blocks of 12-inch finished blocks. And I'm thinking about doing this in ombre, possibly rainbow ombre, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't thought that far yet. I'm just very excited to do them. These are going to be fun. And so that was what Ingrid just got yesterday. Hey, Kelly. Welcome. Yeah, that's the fun part. You can just leave it, because it's like, like a stabilizer, a Pellon. You don't have to rip it out like the papers. So that's very exciting. Okay, close your eyes if this stuff annoys you. I'm going to switch back to that camera shot. Where, is that the one? Or was that the one? Well, we'll see. Okay, so Northern California might just get some rain Monday and Tuesday. Okay. Oh, that's a good perspective. I hadn't thought about that. That the parts of of Canada really need the rain, could really use this storm to safely move through. Hadn't thought about that. All right, another 2 fabric unit. There we go. Row D for mini skullover is a little less fiddly, a little less complicated, because it has a lot of the larger pieces of fabrics and a lot of the background fabrics for how the shape of the skull goes across the papers. So row D is going to be a quicker sew than row C. Row C is what it looks like from cutting all of the fabrics and all of the units together. Row C looks to be the most pieces so the most units within any one block is row C. So it's a good combo for the last pieces I need to put together. Alright, check the field test. Everything looks to be in the right spot. Oh, Charlotte, you made the AccuQuilt version. Awesome. Yes, Math Geek. I'm going to really have to, think about how it's going to lay out. I may break out some graph paper to see how the secondary designs will work up if I do it in ombre. See what I will be able to. Because I like to be surprised, but I'd also like to not be surprised with something that doesn't make me happy. And knowing that some fun secondary things can happen ahead of time gives me a chance to plan it out a little bit better and probably be more happy than if I just winged it. Yeah, there have been so many fires. Oh, gosh. Kelly, that's... Oof. So that's the second block of just the two colors. Those are fun colors. Not block, unit. Second unit for this block. So part of how I've started working in a bit faster, smoother fashion is I've started working on two units at the same time. So while one is over here under my clapper, I will start the second one. And so the first one will have its fabric on the machine, and the first one, yep, fabric on the machine, and the second one will have the fabric down here. So I know where I'm pulling from. And that has helped make me more efficient, speedier. You do have to kind of get used to it though, because I'm like, when I first started doing it, I was like, which one am I on? Which has the fabric up on the machine? And so that, yeah, you gotta you gotta try to memorize how it's gonna work out. But once you've got it set and you do it the same way every time, it helps make things faster. Not a beginner trick, I would recommend though, because you can get confused, and I would say I have a lot of the colors memorized now by their number codes, so I can quickly say, oh, that's supposed to be in this pile. So I wouldn't recommend it for a beginner, but for me, it's helped me out. Hi, Chloe. Hi, my quilt projects. Okay, see you in just a bit. Hi, Thea. Well, I'm glad you said hi now. Right. Well, that's something I would do. Oh yeah, this is live. I can say hi. Ooh, the kangaroos. Are we talking about the live last night? Oh, when Philippa showed us those kangaroos, that was so cool. I was so excited. I know they're dangerous in real life, but from afar, they are the cutest little buggers. They're not little either, they're huge, but Australia fascinates me, man. Per capita, that country I feel like has more things bound and determined to kill you than any other country. Hey, Donna! Not late, right on time. Russ, I can see it now. We get the text message. Russ left us doing what he loves best, trying to hug a wild animal. I think Steven said even yesterday that even the koalas are trying to rip your face off. Good grief. Ooh, got to hold a wombat. That's cool. Oh, bobcats. See, when they come in cat form, it hurts me that I can't hug them all. I'm like, okay, oh, and Russ, I just pictured this too, of you, like, in the movie Elf, when, Will Ferrell is walking out of the forest into the city, and he's, the raccoon is right there, and he's like, oh, come here, you big squishy baby, and the raccoon attacks him. Yeah, that's how I would be with any large cat, and Russ with kangaroos. Alright, there's this piece. Colors, lots of pinks and the background darks, but a lot of variety of pinks. In row C, not so much of the section I have done already, but in the last two blocks, C3 and C4, there are a lot of teals and blues into teals into greens. That's going to be my favorite spot to do. Boom. Alright, so that's that last piece for that one. We'll start on this one. Up on the machine. Again, when I pre-cut the fabrics and when I put them onto, which way am I going? This way. Onto the units, I will put the fabric on from piece 1 being on top down to however many pieces are in that unit. So is this one a 4 one? Yeah, this is a 4. So 1 through 4 I pin with the piece 1 on top, which is again another habit I had to form and get used to as I've been doing this. So I know every single time I have all of the fabrics pinned on their unit, 1 through whatever. And so when I take them off of the paper to sew them, I know that I need to lay them down that manner so I can pick them up and put the pieces together on the sewing machine that way as well. Good habits to start forming, but you will find your own as you do either legit kits or any other FPP project that you're working on. As you continue on, you'll find little shortcuts and fun ways to kind of get into a routine and make sure that you are limiting how many oops or goofs you make. I know the colors are so pretty. Trash pandas, yes. I love raccoons, and their little human hands are crazy. I love them so very much. We got him on security camera. Oh my gosh, Tracy. Yeah, no, I can see how that might not have been so fun at the time. Another reason that I kind of look for these shortcuts, not shortcuts, I don't want to make it sound, but shortcuts and ways to be more efficient is because I do add, and actually Russ and I were talking about this yesterday, I do add an extra layer of time to my FPPing by doing the easy press pen on the seams. So that adds some time, because you're taking the time to run the pen across it and then iron it over. So these little ways to make my efficiency better helps mitigate the fact that I'm adding an extra step that some folks don't do. And that's perfectly fine that they don't. It's kind of my gig. I love doing it with traditional piecing. I love the Acorn Press pen with FPP, as I really like to get these seams as flat as possible. If I can make it look like that is just one continuous piece of fabric, that's my goal. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, talk about wild animals in the house. I remember, I was young, maybe 21, maybe, and living in my apartment with my boyfriend at the time, ended up being my husband after that, but we shared an apartment with a friend, and we had a party, and there had been, drinking going on, and we woke up the next morning, and we were on the second floor, and the patio door had been left open all night, which, whatever, not a big deal. We were on the second floor, not the first, and we were poor 20-year-olds, so there wasn't anything anybody would have wanted to take if they wanted to try to climb up there. But yeah, it had been left open, so we closed it, whatever. Moved about the rest of our day, and my, again, boyfriend at the time noticed something under the calendar hanging up. There was the cabinet going into the kitchen kind of, had a bare face, and we had a calendar hanging up there, and he noticed something was on, like, behind the calendar, it was pushed out a little bit, and there were these little tiny feeties hanging on the back of it. And it was a freaking bat. Oh my lord. Now, I think bats are insanely cute and would absolutely hold a bat, given the opportunity at like a zoo or something. but they are, they do carry disease and stuff. So I was absolutely terrified that we were going to get bit and we are going to have shot upon shot for rabies. But that was funny watching us try to get that bugger out of the apartment. Screaming in full baseball garb. Oh gosh. Good times. Holy cow. That was... If there had been a video camera, we would have made money on Funniest Home Videos for that one. Oh, he just wanted some doggy food. No. Have you heard Gene Robinson's Bat Story? I heard it on XM for the first time and I'm gonna have to listen to that, because if it was anything like our madness, brooms and all kinds of stuff out. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Did I... Sometimes I try to get cute and I try to cut fabric just right. And then when it comes time to sewing it, I get mad at myself for doing that to me. My future self is very mad at my past self for setting myself up. Or I guess my present self is mad at my past self for setting my future self up. That's a total recall think. Alright, yeah, I was definitely trying to be cute. I just get to where, like, you're using, you're at the end of that piece of fabric of all you have to use, and I try to, like, straighten it all out so that it's even, and I will try to make pieces fit. Again, not something I would recommend a beginner to do. Number of times I have frustrated myself. Oh, here's another fun piece. There we go. Fun colors in that one too. When we were chasing the bat out of the house, well, not chasing the bat, we were trying to scoop the bat out of the house, or out of the apartment. It reminded me of there was a children's story that I had read and had the book where a family of bears was trying to get a fly out of the house, and the papa bear went absolutely nutso and was like knocking over everything and knocked his kid out with a broom and knocked the mama bear wifey out with a pan or something. I've never been able to find it again, but I loved that book because it was just it just, and you knew that the other bears were not dead. He had not killed anybody, because the next page they would be there with their eye open, like watching the shenanigans of what was happening of Papa Bear trying to get this silly fly. And then at the end, Papa Bear knocks himself out and he's laying on the floor, and the fly just flies right out the window. It was the cutest book. Oh, Matthew, that happens to me sometimes. I have to, like, refresh every once in a while. Especially if I'm trying to win stuff on Soya. It was such a cute book. I was bummed I couldn't find it. I'd, remembered about it. But that whole scenario of trying to get that bat out reminded me of it. Back then it was Ask Jeeves, and Jeeves didn't have any idea what I was talking about. And I've tried to search for it since then and haven't found it. throwback. Ask Jeeves. It was oh, no, Kelly. I thought maybe it would have been the Berenstain Bears, but it was not. It was just the mama, papa, and a little baby, and I don't think they were named. Oh my gosh, Russ, did you find it? That would be awesome. I have no idea what the title was. I don't know how old I was. Oh yeah, I'm cutting it close on this one. I definitely have, well, you're not going to be able to see, but I have a little bit of seam allowance not covered. It will be caught in the seam allowance, but I try not to do that. I try to cover as much as possible. That's alright. It'll be fine. I'll have to look that up now, Russ. Yeah, tons of refreshing on Soya. So make sure that you are as live as possible, no matter what YouTube tells you, so that you can get have the best chance to get what you're trying to win. Russ, I don't think the book had any words. There might have been like one of the bears said "ow" or something, but there were no words to it. It wasn't like, a written story. It was just a picture book. What would be most devastating is not devastating. I'd have to write it. But if I find out that it was totally made up and in my head, I've wasted all this time not writing down that story. I tried finding it at my mom's, years later, and didn't find it. That's happened a couple of times. There have been books that I've remembered as a kid, and tried finding them. Like, there was a book at my mama's in Tennessee that had Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod, the Calico Kitty. It was like a bunch of them. Cow jumping over the moon, all this stuff, and I wasn't able to find it, and I was so sad. Oh, the father bear does not kill the family in the book, but that might be the one that it is. But you know that he doesn't kill them because at the end, or like a couple pages in, like Mama Bear opens her eye and Papa Bear, or Baby Bear opens their eye to look at the mess that the Papa Bear has created. Yeah, that's got to be it, though. Review. Father Bear kills whole family trying to swat a fly. That's got to be it. Okay, now I have to go buy it. I need that in the house for when I have grandchildren. Oh, let's see. This way? No. This way. Yes. I'm so spatially challenged. Trying to figure out which way the fabric is angled. Hey, MJ Sews. Ooh, a Walmart run. Woo! Well, I'm glad you got out when you did then, because the 110 degrees just sounds completely unreasonable. Oh, did you, Matthew? My stepmom was an elementary school resource. What are they? They were librarians when I was growing up, but they're a resource manager or something now in schools. Is librarian a bad word? I don't. To me, it's so romantic to be a librarian. I guess it's because I love books so much. All right. So this is the block where I have a little bit of seam allowance that will need to be caught because I was fiddling with the one piece that was on the edge where I wanted to straighten out. So I put myself in a spot, but it is, so the seam allowance is, I don't know if you can see, down here and down here. So that corner will just catch. I didn't do myself any favors, but I did it enough so that I will not have any gaps. But don't make it hard on yourselves. I just try to make things spicy to test my skill. Oh, it's been an hour. It's time to stretch. I could stretch my neck though. I slept funky last night. The bass drop has taken to sleeping on me, which I'm not going to kick him off, so I will just deal with the neck crick in the morning. All right, Pat, have fun sewing. I appreciate you hanging out and lurking while you're working. Hey. Moving right along. Oh, more coffee time. There we go. I think Cheryl was talking about getting ready, packing for retreat. Ingrid and I are going to Pittsburgh on Friday through Saturday for it's like a fiber fest. There will be knitting and crochet and needlework and also quilts. So It'll be like a prequel to QuiltCon for next year, which I'm excited about. But I need to read. We're taking a class up there too. Surprise, surprise! It's going to be a legit kids class. And I need to read what we need to have together. I cannot tell you what we're supposed to do. I know that we're supposed to do something, but I don't know what it is. Oh my goodness, Cheryl, I'm so sorry. Oh, that is heartbreaking. I am so sorry, Cheryl. Hugs to your family. Oh gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's rough. I don't think you're ever prepared. Even, Cheryl was saying about hospice and everything, but gosh, it's always still just a shock. Hey, Del Marie. Well, if I already said hi to Del Marie, hi again. I don't want to miss out on saying hi to anybody. The chat goes so fast, so I worry that I'm going to miss somebody. So I'd rather say hi twice than miss somebody. There's that piece. This is into this. The darker ones are into the like eye socket nose space, and then into the smile. Alright. Gotta move. Gotta get my tush in gear here. Get this finished. Still need to trim them up. Let's see. This way? No, this way. Hi, Tracy. There's a bright pink one. Sorry, I went super quiet there. I was trying to line up that pink. I had selvage edge selvage edge, and I was trying to figure out when I was cutting it what my thought process was. I will trim off that selvage piece. There we go. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, we are moving along. So we are, I'm pretty sure most of us are past the youngins. Maybe some high schoolers still in the house, but not too many very young kiddos. I know some places the kids have gone back to school, but what do you all out there have planned for the last days of summer that we're in? Get to go to that fiber show, fibers and quilts, this coming up weekend for me. And some folks are going to Camino Island, which is Commando. I'll be at the Nut House for the official end of summer, I guess. That's the 21st of September, right? That's the official end. Hi, Kelly. Oh, Chloe, you have babies. Oh. So has school started back up again for the 7 and 10-year-old? Some places start super early. Like I know, I have friends out in Oklahoma, and they have, I think they've already started. And then some, like around here, we start after Labor Day. So I know it is kind of a all over the place across the country when kids are back in. Ooh, get the crock pot started. What are you cooking, my quilt projects? I love a good pot roast in a crock pot. Oh, school started a couple weeks ago. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Traffic it gets, it does get bad when school starts and parents are back, working in the office. And teachers are back out on the roads getting to school. Oh, scalloped potatoes. Love those. some sausage to go with it. So, okay, after Labor Day. Very cool. Oh, yeah, cool project. I get that. I hate having the full oven on. It's so hot. That's why I really like my little, like, toaster oven. When I'm not having to cook for an army, a little toaster oven is nice. Because, yeah, that oven will heat up a house. Impossible to see through, so the background color here is black, so it's impossible to do the light test. That's where the touch test comes in, where I'm feeling around the edge of where the fabric is supposed to line up and make sure I'm covered. Oops, wrong button. Woo. Hey, Philippa. How are you doing? You're back from the one retreat and getting ready for heading to Los Angeles, right? Oh, Patty C's giving a Sam Elliott type of stash. I like it. Alright, what did I do here? You see, this is a funny shaped piece. This is me, again, trying to creatively use as much fabric as I can. And leave a good amount for scraps, for my scrap folder, or my scrap binder. Boom. So we got 1, 2, 3 pieces left. All right. Oh, these are actually the last pieces on these two, so we will quickly get into those last 3 units. And then the trimming. I enjoy the trimming, the shapes, the different units. I enjoy that part of the cleanup before putting the whole block together. Oh, this way. Here we go. Hey, so Terry. Good morning. Happy Sunday brunch. Howdy, Ron. How are you doing? Oh, okay. You're doing it in quadrants. Okay, very good. So the sections together, what I try to do is start from where the blocks are going to meet. So if you're putting 2 rows together where those 4 blocks are meeting, I pin there because that's the easiest place to start for me. I know that those 4 corners need to meet like you're doing a 4 patch. You want, all of those seams to meet really well. So I will pin there to set the stage across that row at every intersection like that. And then I will go from block to block with the magic white lines and the seam allowances lining up and matching those. And either I will pin those middle sections usually. If I pin, I don't always pin. Truth be told, I'm not always the best at pinning. Sometimes I just go for it. But when I pin, I will pin those intersections, and then I will use Wonder Clips to keep everything else in line. And so I'll start from the outside and I'll match those magic white lines with the ends of the blocks, clip it there, and then work my way across to make sure where things should be lining up with other colors matching in, to get them set and even across all of those. That's the easiest and most assured way that I've found, and that then the fabric moves less. It doesn't, when you're even when you're trying to put it together under the needle, the thicker parts will kind of skew out funny. Doing it that way, I've found, has gotten me the most success of not having that happen so much. But yeah, if you get that 4 patch section where all those pieces come together matched really, really well, that helps out the most. Hi, Nellie. Oh, Philippa, you're going to have so much fun meeting everybody face to face. I'm so jealous. I really do wish I could be a roadie, a groupie. Well, I am a groupie, but a roadie for Stephanie Stitch's all of the retreats with Together We Sew. The FOMO is real, what I'm missing out there in Washington. Alright, so that one's done. So we'll be starting this piece. And then the one that's under the iron right now is done. So then We'll start this piece, and then we'll only have one more piece to go. And it's the piece that has the most fabric. 8 pieces of fabric in that one. So we are chugging along just fine. Oh, my cold projects. I haven't looked to see what the temperature is today. It's beautiful and sunny here in Maryland, where I'm at. So, no clouds. That's exciting. Hopefully it's not too hot. We're going to be going to get sushi here this afternoon. And if it's not too hot, that would be peachy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That didn't sound good. Did everybody hear that clunk, 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 clunk? Sometimes the thread, well, it happens with any thread, but I'm happen to be sewing with monofilament right now. It'll like catch under, and then it'll try to double catch the bobbin, and you know, as would be expected, the bobbin freaks out, and I gotta redo it. A little bit of surgery over here. Apologize for that. Be up and running again in just a sec. I'll get a little scrap fabric. And make sure we're good to go. Nope. They have to. Yep. No, the bobbin was okay. Maybe I'll just have to redo the top thread. All right. Bobbin. Oh yeah. Definitely the top thread, because it was spun up around. A little thread spool surgery, and we should be off and running again. There we go. Sorry about this, folks. a little bit of time to straighten things out. There we go. Now we're good. Back at it. Let me just make sure none of this stuff shifted. There we are. There's that piece done. We'll start on this one as soon as I get this guy under the clapper. Excellent. Look at that. 6 fabrics in this little, move over this way. 6 fabrics in this little, rectangular-y, rectangulish shape. I may today pull out the picture and actually like really look at it to see what the last 4 patch is going to look like. I know I pulled it out last weekend to show where we were working, but I didn't really look at it because I didn't want to spoil. But now I'm really close. I want to see what I'm working with. At the finish line. There we go. I don't remember what color this G is. I feel like it should be garnet. If it's not, I can't remember what the name of it is, but G. I love this red. That's a pretty red. Bye, Donna. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you being here for a while. Well, I'm bummed that it's going to be delivered after you leave, but I'm glad that it's there. But definitely take a look at like, I was missing a clue. We found out that Nadine from the pop-up sew day yesterday was missing 2 pieces of fabric for clue 1. So ideally would love you to be able to check before you leave, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. You'll need to check it out when you get back. Alright, what did I do? Because that didn't sound right either. Of course, we're at the finish line, and it's going to be a funky monkey. I think the biggest thing is I've been saying, Ingrid and I have both been saying, that one of our machines each, and this is the one of mine, needs a spa day, and I still have not taken her for her spa day. So she's definitely acting funky. I have to take the needle plate off. Alright, gotta do some surgery, folks. Gotta take the needle plate off and see what's happening on the underside. See how quickly I can do this. Thankfully, it's only 2 screws holding the needle plate on. And I have my tiny little screwdriver. The awesome thing about using so much of this monofilament is there is nary a piece of lint underneath the needle plate. No lint anywhere. But it looks like some little pieces of the thread caught up. Under the feed dogs somehow. Alright, so that looks like to have cleared it out. Ooh, yeah. Get the screws back in and finish these last pieces. I know, it really needs to happen. She's obviously upset with me that it hasn't happened. It won't happen this weekend. We will be Pittsburgh bound. Oh, you know what? I might have done that to myself that time because I didn't lift the feed dog. I mean, not feed dogs. The needle, like I didn't release the tension all the way, lift the needle all the way up. Because on this Juki, it lifts a little bit, but then in the back you can lift it all the way up, which releases all the tension for the thread. And so I may have shot myself in the foot by not remembering to do that. been why it got really like tight and tense under there. But let's see. There we go. Now we're good. Where was that piece I was working on? Oh, let's put this guy back in its place. Grab this guy. Oh, I'm gonna have to set him back up again because he's definitely off. Hi, Shelly. How are you doing this morning? Now that sounds so much better. Go. And then, ooh, get to do a garnet on this one too. Oh, tried to replace a broken thread spool holder. Ooh, had to take the whole plastic cover off. Wow. Had to take the whole thing. You fixed the spool, but then the machine didn't work. Oh no, Shelly. Bought a new machine. Good morning, Stephanie. Stephanie, folks have been in talking about getting ready for Washington. Everybody's excited. Yeah, 106 does not sound fun. I want to find a place that I can reliably count on it being like, you know, a Mediterranean climate. But the way the weather has been, I don't know where that is, where I can count on it right now. Oklahoma City is going to be 106. Ugh. Camino. Okay, Camino, not commando or Kamano. Camino. Okay, awesome. Thank you. The commando does make me laugh. I enjoy that. Not where you're at. Single digits in the winter and triple in the summer. Well, that is just disrespectful. Hi, Priscilla. Visiting Illinois, and it's supposed to be 95. Ugh. I guess if we're talking about 106 and stuff, 95 is acceptable. Go. Last piece on this unit, and then I'll be on the last unit for block D2. Ugh. Nope, didn't go all the way through. Another 104 day in Texas. Woo-wee. Commando. It just makes me giggle. Though honestly, I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy. Yeah, everything makes me giggle. All right, so there's 10 minutes left. I will successfully have sewn up the all of the units for D2, which means I have 4 blocks. Well, I'll have to sew D2 together, obviously, but I will have C3, C4, C4, D3, and D4 left to get done this week. I already have the top 2 quadrants together. This D2 block will finish the 3rd quadrant, and then those 4 blocks will finish the 4th quadrant. So Mini Skulliver will definitely be done this week. Oh, Priscilla, going commando in Kameno will be a conversation starter, for sure. Yeah, I could make do with 74. But yeah, so Mini Skulliver will be checked off the list. And then next Sunday for the 8-hour sew will be I will try this week to start getting some of the fabrics cut. I got to get all of the pieces trimmed. That takes a long time for me because I'm a little bit persnickety about that. So I will work on getting the papers trimmed, and then next week we'll be working on all of the fabrics, and with your help, deciding which substitutions we think is going to look the best for his tail feathers and wing feathers in the Kona sheen. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a fun mini project within the project. Throwing some orange in the block now. This guy started. This is the last unit. Has the most pieces. I think I did it this way to cover that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, the phone keyboard's the worst. Absolutely. MJ Sews just checked. They're going to be 109 instead of 110. I will take that. I will take that one degree. Oh, man. I'm really excited about substituting the Kona sheen. I think that's going to be fun. Hi, Melissa. Oh, exciting! How has Lilacia, the lilac quilt been going? I know we were talking about that last week. I hope it's been going better this week. Shelly says the trick to living with extremes is fall and spring are wonderful. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that is true. Probably gorgeous. I do love a fall and a spring. Maryland has, not really, since I was a child, can I remember really having a fall or a spring for any, you know, quantifiable amount of time. We usually just go right into super cold or super hot. There's kind of no in between for us here in Maryland, which is just downright rude. Well, where I've grown up in Maryland, I will say, having visited friends and everything out like in Deep Creek Lake, the falls out there are gorgeous, just beautiful. Hey Fallon, how are you doing? Happy Sunday. Alright, well there's that little unit. Look at those fun colors. That's going to be a fun one to put together. So there we go. There's those pieces are ready to be trimmed and put together. And I just have to finish this last little unit with the 8 pieces of fabric. So we'll fly through that. Oh, oh yeah, that's gotta be hard when it's so hot outside, and the pets are, you know, your pets are used to being allowed to go out there. Ugh. Too hot for me. I don't know if it's my age is impacting this, but this year I feel like, well, it could totally be an age thing, but I feel like we've had more really muggy days here where it was really like walking into a wall of thick air. Like, oppressive. So I don't know if that is new this year or just new for me because because I'm a wimp. Oh, congratulations on your first time doing flying geese. That's fun. Oh, and the hurricane's been downgraded to a tropical storm. That's good. I mean, I know the tropical storms can still do damage and can hurt people, but it's still better than hitting the mainland at full hurricane force. I do hope some of the areas that need the rain, that just need it period, or that could really use it for the fires, I hope they get some of that relief. I am going to go ahead and finish up this last piece. I know I'm going a little bit over 1 o'clock, but I'm living dangerously. I wanna say that I got this done before I head out to lunch with Lauren. Do some neck stretches. Thank you, Nightbot. Alright, next color. Ooh, the deep reds. Oh, now he's grounded. That's... It's so... like, they can just dehydrate so quickly. It's dangerous. I think I need to do it this way. Oh, good, Melissa. I'll go check it out. Oh, you know, Melissa, you saying that. If you all would be so kind, I sure would love to see the things that you work on during Sunday brunches. And if you would like to, I would love for you to post what you've been working on my in my Facebook SleighArts. Actually, if you hit !socials in the chat, it should do Instagram and Facebook. I would really love to see what you guys work on when I'm here yammering and showing off what I'm working on. I'd love to see what you guys work on during that time. If you would like to share that, I would love to see what you guys are up to. No, you don't have to. No pressure at all. It's not, not the same when we're not at a retreat or on a Zoom where I can see what everybody's working on. And I want to be able to get excited for the things that you guys are doing too. Oh, Stephanie's so cool. I do forget to eat and drink, yes, while I'm doing this too. Oh, I'm so excited. I get to see a sneak peek of the pieces of art that Sarah was entering. Not that any of us are surprised, but Sarah is a talented artist. Like her mom. And it's very exciting to have your things hanging at a fair. I'm excited to do that my first time. And I found out a couple of local folks that I've gotten to meet a couple of times here in Frederick were inspired by me saying I'm putting my first one in, but they're also putting some things in. A friend of mine is putting baked goods in. A couple of friends are putting their first quilted projects in to the county fair. So I felt rather accomplished by that. I'm excited. last two pieces, and this piece, this unit of block D2 will be done. I'm waiting for that to cool a little bit. I am going to go ahead and pull out the picture. So yeah, okay. So what I am working on is this section here. So it's the start of his mouth, the end of his nose, this piece here. And so the last four blocks are the spicy sections. So D and these are larger pieces of fabric, so this D2 blocks won't be so bad. But this C, the last two blocks of C, are definitely the most, here. Oh, these last two blocks of C here in the middle, down a little bit, are going to be the most intricate of the whole mini Skulliver piece. But they are the last four blocks. So I might tonight sew up, nope, this way, the last two blocks of D to get those out of the way, and then focus on C the rest of the week. Woo! So close! So proud. Good stuff. Oh, you're going to have quiet to sew. Excellent. You worked the cattle yesterday morning, and then you were done. Yeah, that was enough adulting for the day, working the cattle, for sure. My stepsister and brother-in-law have a ranch out in Colorado, and yeah, lots of stories about how much work that is. Oh, you did get the socialites done in time. Yay! Oof, 99 inch. Holy cow, Stephanie. Yeah, that's a biggin. All right. Last unit. Block D. Is nice and flat and ready to go. There we go. So I just have to trim that up. I've got the stack. Hey, I got some good stuff done. So I got all the stack done of block 2D. Nope, D2. R2, D2, D2. So all of the units are done. So now I just have to trim them and put them together. And then sew D2 to, this is D1 with some threads, pieces. So this is D1. So I'll sew what those units I just finished, sew to this. And then I'll sew those two blocks to C1 and C2, which is, this is the eye cavity, the bottom of the eye cavity, and the nose cavity, and then the start of his smile. And then that'll be the third quad all done. And I just have to finish the fourth quad for this week. Thank you, MJ. Yeah, it's it's been, and you all have played a very, very large part in getting these done and keeping me motivated and the cheering on. I've really appreciated it. You guys have been fantastic. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. No Tuesday night, no 2-color block thing this Tuesday night. Not until, I don't have anything where I can actually look at a date. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. Okay. So the next 2-color Tuesday is September 5th. So after the Labor Day weekend, we will, back here on my channel, be doing the parade of blocks. So if you're still working on them, you've got plenty of time to get your blocks done and get them to us. But that, yeah, 2-color block will be back here on my channel, Odd Months on my channel. So September 5th. So the next up is, for me, is podcast, where I record those Wednesday night and post them on Thursday. And then next Sunday is an 8-hour sew again. And that's when, if you were here earlier, if you hadn't joined, the goal for this 8-hour sew Sunday is to determine what colors I'm going to substitute where on BJ the Blue Jay for Kona Sheen, to add some sparkle to BJ the Blue Jay. So that is going to happen this coming up Sunday, and that'll be an 8-hour live sew. And I will have some surprise guests invited again, and of course, those of you that know that you are on the surprise guest list, there is no pressure. That's the word I'm looking for, to join, and everybody can pop in and out like we did this past Sunday. But I really did appreciate having some folks to talk to, and also having folks on there to help me when I needed to go get a drink or go to use the restroom, that kind of stuff. So that'll be fun though. It was a really good time, and I think maybe working one of those long days in to, every couple of months or something would be kind of fun. But I would need to make sure it was actually a project that I was working on, to help keep me focused, because that made it easy to have something to talk about as we were working through that project. So we'll see. But thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for going a little bit over 1 o'clock with me to get all of those units done. If you haven't, check out Quilting with Stephanie Stitch's YouTube channel, the video that we did last night, the live on her channel. We talked about all things retreats, both the Zoom kind, so the virtual kind of retreat, to the face-to-face kind, and the different flavors of face-to-face retreats. And there was such a good conversation, so definitely check her out, and I will put the link in the subject after this does all its processing and does all its YouTube-y things. But okay, 1.5 inch squares. That's awesome. So good luck, Del Marie, finishing that up. Thank you, everybody. I am going to go ahead and sign off and go get my sushi on. And I will see you all later in the week. Be safe. Everybody have safe travels that's going out and going commando out in Washington this coming up week. Have very safe travels and have such a fun time. I wish you all the very best of times hanging out, and I really look forward to hearing about it when everybody's back. All right. Bye, everybody. Happy Sunday.